Well, it's been a little while since I did an update video on the AMI Super. So some things have moved along, like it's got an engine in it. So that much is good. Yeah, there's a few bits going on here which may be worth mentioning. Had to get a new alternator because the other one, which is lying over there, bearings were shot in it, but this one's got different connections to it because it's for, I think it's a GSA one, so it's got two spade outputs on it, where the other one only had one. So I'm not sure if I've got this thing wired correctly yet. So if any of the special people out there with knowledge of these matters can tell me, because I've got the blue, I've got the yellow and the blue coming out of the alternator here. There we go, get it in focus. Yellow and the blue coming out of the alternator here. I've connected that way around. I know it seems a bit illogical, but I don't know, it seems to work. I don't seem to be getting a charge out of it, is the short version of the story. So if anyone can help with that, that would be terrific. Thank you. Clean the old Carbaruni out. So I mean, it does run, so that's all good. I'll do a vid with it running properly once I've actually managed to get it to settle down a little bit. It was a bit rough, so I think there's some dirt in the car. Giving it a good scrub out. All the wiring's back in, so I've recovered all of that, so it looks a bit more pretty. We've got the, I believe, electronic ignition units from the GSA. Interesting mounting plate. Didn't want that to break, did they? This is all off. That was all on here originally, so it does work. So that's all good. So we've just got to remount all of that stuff. Lots of fun getting the exhaust in, and of course, you know, because there aren't any real manuals about how to do all of this on these. The exercise is basically, what I did was I put the gearbox in first and got that mounting lined up, and then put the engine in. Did all of that, and then the exhaust, these long runners on each side, put them into place loosely. Put the kidney bit at the back there, that one, put that into place loosely, everything loosely, and then just sort of tightened everything up gradually until it all sort of sunk into place. These are 53 if you're suffering with a problem with that and you don't know what size to get. I certainly didn't, because you know you can't get the stuff. So they're 53s, but the front ones, because there was a little bit of wear on them, these are the 49s, but the castings had a little gap on the top and the bottom, so I thought using a cast one would be better, give me a better seal. So that I think has probably overcome that problem. It certainly doesn't leak there anyway. So, and then I've got the discs on loosely at the moment because I haven't got the drive shaft sorted yet. You've got all the spring clips in place, everything's done, all the new pads are in and what have you. So that's all done, and I'm ready to get the handbrake on, and then I can adjust everything up and make it all pretty. One of the problems that I discovered with let me walk over here, with the drive shafts is, obviously I had to pop I'll give them that a lick of paint, pop the CV joint off the end, and the CV joint is held onto the drive shaft which is over here. This is your drive shaft, so you've got the triax bit on the end of it, which goes into the joint that you see down here, and it's got some bearings on the end which are somewhere else. Don't worry about that. So there's a snap ring that goes on here which holds the CV joint onto the end, so also you have to whack that off the end, but then once you've done that, you usually bugger them up. And can you get another one anywhere? No. So I think I'm going to have to make some of those. Still got the little shields to put on the underside of the exhaust there. I'm not quite sure how they're held on. There's some little clips down there, but one of them is missing. Had a problem because there's a pipe that comes off here which is to feed the hot air presumably back into the carb up here through this pipe. We didn't have the pipe. This was an aftermarket one, so it didn't seem to have anything that fitted correctly, so I've used a bit of flexible steel pipe here cut it at each end so it holds on nice and tightly, and had to make a little sleeve to go over the top of that so it would fit over there. So that's solved that problem. So that should all work now without any great difficulty, without leaking everywhere. So that's kind of where we are at. Oh, I put I did all the gear lever-y stuff and got that into place. Haven't screwed it to the floor yet. Got to line that up. So yeah, done some mucking about with that. So we've got fluid in the brakes. So my usual strategy with this is to put the fluid in, pump the pedal a few times, and start getting it moving around in the circuit, and then makes it a little bit easier when it comes to bleeding it out. So yeah, that's all good. If anybody's followed any of my messages on Facebook, you'll know that I put some new bump stops, or whatever you want to call them, up to you, in here, but they're completely squished and gone. So I'm going to have to try and replace those. Hopefully I can do that in situ by, I don't know, jumping up and down on the chassis until the little things pop back in. I'll figure that out. So other than that, I haven't done anything at all inside. So we still haven't got any doors or anything like that, but we will get to that. And brother's coming down for Christmas, so guess what? We're going to be lumping body panels back into the garage, and we'll get everything all mounted back up, and it'll start looking like a proper car again, and I'll have a bit more space. Terrific. Okay, that's it for now. I'm out. But thanks for watching.